Guys, here we are on the range today. I'm going to talk about 3 important facets within the golf swing that creates straighter drives, more consistency and lower scores. So I'm going to talk about 3 tips that are very important to me within my game and how you can put that into your own game so you can benefit from this in the long run. So this video will sort of involve how you feel about the shot instead of so much technical. So what I mean by that is when we are doing around the golf and we are thinking about all the technical aspects of it, we want to feel more a feeling of how we want to get into those positions and how we want to improve that. So I'm going to talk about 3 different things that sort of plague driving as a whole and how we can sort of simplify this down and just a feel of movements. So the first one I'm going to talk about is a lot of people try and hit the ball harder. What they try and do is they try and hit the ball harder. What happens is the club gets stuck. They're all right sided, so they flip their hands. The club's coming down, the club's stuck behind them. They flip their hands, they're almost blocking out to the right or they're coming over the top. So that feeling is we want to reverse that. So instead of the feeling of the club being stuck behind us, we want to have a feeling of the club being in front of us. So almost like the club is in front of us. So as we come through, my right side stays back, my left side sort of leading. My hands are quite high, or they're high to start off with, then they sort of come round on its swinger. But what this will do is, as I feel like my left side and my hands are in front of me, what I'll do is it'll help me get my hips out of the way and it'll help create that desired power that we need. Instead of hitting it too hard from the top, lower body's almost out of the way as quick as possible, club's lagging behind, get a block out to the right because our hips can't work as efficiently as they would like. And as we come through, club's stuck, don't create that mid power and everything's tense. So what we need to do is work on a drill. So if we stuck the club by a belt buckle, and if you notice from this direction, if I try and swing, the club's almost going to my right shoulder, and as I come through, it's almost going to my left shoulder. So I'll do it from down the line, so stuck to my belt buckle. In order for me to turn, I've got to turn my shoulder. In order for me to get this belt buckle out the way, or this button of the club out the way, I have to turn my shoulders, so back and through. That's a little bit exaggerated, but back, through. The club doesn't actually leave the top of my right shoulder on the backswing, and then the left shoulder on the follow through. So it's important to try and get into a habit of understanding it goes back on the backswing of the right shoulder and then comes back through. There's none of this where it's flipping. There's none of this where it's flipping. So we need to understand about having the club, feel like the club's in front of us so we can attack it from behind it instead of being like this where we're stuck so far behind it slightly. So make sure that it's in front. The other thing I want to talk about is grip pressure. So there's a survey done online on the PGA website, and it says that people on tour have 110 pounds of pressure on the butt end of the club as they're coming back through. So they're almost pulling on the handle of the club. From here, all that pressure is released upwards. But if you've got quite a tight grip, you restrict the movement in your wrists. So I like to think about the less grip pressure I have on the grip, the more feel. So quite a lot of guys hold it quite tightly. When they hold it quite tightly, that increases more anxiety, more tension throughout your golf swing. And if you are a person who struggles with feel, the tighter you hold it, the less likely you are to release your wrists on the way down, or be able to hinge your wrists on the way back and then release that on the way through. So it's a soft grip we need. So what we need to do is we need to build speed. So instead of trying to swing your maximum to start off with, what we need to do is try and feel like we're building up speed. So light grip pressure, I want to hit this maybe 20 yards, so I'm going to try and hit this 20 yards. Maybe a little bit further than 20 yards, but I don't need to hit the ball hard to get it strike, for the strike to be consistently. So what we need to work on is build speed, hit 20 yard shots, then 30 yard shots, then 40 yard shots, then 50. Then build that speed up gradually, because if we go into our full speed shot straight away, we will probably lose speed because we've not actually built up the right components or the skill to build it up into a full swing. I like to call this basically just a whole method. So you start with the whole skill, the full drive, then you break it down into small components. So we do parts of the skill and we relate it back to the whole skill. So we need to work on grip pressure. That will increase the speed of our hands and it will relax the hands throughout impact. Another thing that we need to work about is lag. So this is probably one of the most misconceptions in golf. A lot of golfers or a lot of amateurs are enamoured with lag. Lag is basically, so if I take the club back, it's the angle I create between my left forearm and shaft, create that 90 degree angle. But what a lot of golfers do is, when it sort of relates to distance to start off with, they have sort of an inclination to rip. So they take the club back, they hinge their wrists quite abruptly. The left wrist should hinge, the right wrist should set. So the left wrist is the only one working at this moment in time. But what they do is when they hinge their wrist quite early, that narrows the swing arc, and when they come back down, it's quite a steep angle of attack. They don't actually hit the ball in the up, so they almost hit the ball on the way down. So they're decreasing the loft. They're going to take a big divot, steep angle attack. Path's going to be at the left. You get that shot that could come at the heel potentially, and it'll go left to right. So what we need to do is we need to work on let lag naturally happen. So if we address the ball, all I do is feel like I'm taking a nice wide takeaway. So if you watch any good golfers, Adam Scott, Tiger Woods, when they take the club back, their left arm and club shaft, there's almost a straight line in relation to their feet. So if you feel like you lift the club up too abruptly, the back of my left wrist, the back of my left hand, will be pointing to the ground. So if I take a nice wide takeaway, it'll be in a straight line. If I take quite a steep angle attack or hinge my wrist quite early, then I'll almost get this slightly bent left arm and it will be quite a steep angle attack. So the more angle we want, the more distance, because if we store that distance on the way down or store that lag on the way down, we'll create a lot of lag and a lot of velocity going through impact. So what we need to do is, something to work on is, think about the fulcrum point of the golf swing is the left shoulder. So we want to start pushing using the butt end of the club to actually hinge. But I'll follow that in the next video. So what we're going to do is have a nice wide takeaway, so we can almost give ourselves time for our shoulders to turn. And as we come back down, we want to have a strike shallow and on the up, instead of this where the swing arc breaks and moves in quite early. My arms almost buckle up the way and you get that steeper angle of attack. So 3 things you need to work on: keep the club in front of you, light grip pressure, and focus on that lag. So don't focus too much on the lag, focus on how it naturally happens. Don't work too abruptly trying to work the club up quite early. So I'll try and hit this shot, all the components of the skill that I've worked on. So if you've got any thoughts on the video, let me know. So 3 tips to better your driving, hit straighter drives. Let me know. If you find my tips helpful, subscribe to my channel, Allan Golf, and follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Allan Golf. Thank you.